And I am Sananda. And again, I come to you at this time to continue to bring to you the new expression of love and oneness that is overtaking all of life here on the planet. Even though you do not realize it, maybe you do, but many across the planet do not realize this or even know anything about this. So this indeed is a grand expression of the great plan that is in the works. And all of you are the ones that are bringing this plan forward. And you must continue to understand, even though it appears to not be so, that the plan is not working out the way you want it to. Know that it is. Perhaps in a roundabout way, but it is still coming forward. For you do not know the full ramifications of all that is involved. Your three-dimensional consciousness is not yet ready to experience this or accept this. But your five-dimensional consciousness, which you find yourselves in from time to time, can accept this and is accepting this. And not only accepting this, but being the creator of all that is yet to come. So you are all the ones that you have been waiting for. You are not waiting for those from the skies to come and save you. You are not waiting from those deep within the earth to come to save you. You are not waiting for a savior. You are the savior. You are the second coming of the Christ consciousness here on this planet. And all have been waiting for you. Think about that. Express that within yourself. Feel it within yourself. For you are much more than you appear to be or that you think you are. You have heard this many times, that you have come from many different systems prior to this. And all that you are doing now, you have done before in many different ways and in many different expressions. And this is one more time you come together as souls coming back together again. You are those souls coming back together and forming the legions of the light workers and light warriors here on the planet. And you are a legion together. You must come to fully understand that. This, my friends, is the times you have been preparing for. You are right on the verge now as the spring comes forth. The spring springs forth and brings new life. But for that new life to come forward, the old must fall apart. It must come down. And that is what you are experiencing now. As the many truths come forward and the darkness is revealed for what it is, an illusion, a part of the illusion that you yourselves as the creators have created. So let it all go now. Let the illusion fall apart within you. And as it falls apart within each of you, as an individual and as a group, it falls apart on all across the planet more and more. For you are the catalysts. Just as I, as Yeshua, walked the earth and drew to me many to follow me, you are that Christ consciousness now, calling many forward to come to you and to find the expression that you have within yourself for themselves. And they now follow you. Even though they do not yet know it, they are following. Not you individually necessarily, but you as a collective you. They are following now more and more. They are beginning to see the truths come forward. for they cannot be hidden much longer. And as again, this is the spring, everything coming forth, springing forth. This is the time where all things are coming together to be revealed. Can we tell you exactly how they're going to be revealed? No. But you are seeing the beginnings of all of that now. Many of the dominoes that you have been looking for are beginning to fall. Can we tell you the order that they will fall? No. For we do not fully know the order that it will happen, because it is all based on man's consciousness here on the planet, your collective humanity consciousness. And not only the consciousness of humanity, but the consciousness of the animals and the plants and the minerals themselves, all of it coming together as one to create the new golden age that is upon you now. Can we tell you when it's going to be fully upon you? No, we cannot. Because again, we do not know. But we do know that the Christ consciousness has come forward here on the planet to be accepted by more and more and more of you. And as more of you accept the Christ consciousness within you, then all will be revealed momentarily. And I use that term purposefully. For again, you are on the verge, on the cusp, upon the crescendo of a great happening indeed that has been hinted at by many of your leaders, not the leaders of the darkness, but the leaders within the light. I am Sananda, and I leave you now in peace and love, that you would all continue to come together as one and know that you are indeed the one. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om. Greetings to you. Buenos Aires here, Shoshana here. And was that not a wonderful message for all of you to take within yourself and contemplate it, feel it, know it, believe it? Because all that Sananda has said and all that the many ones that have come forward to speak to this group and to all of those that resonate to these words, we have all been coming forward and saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. And we know that it is getting in there, not into your head. We are not working with your head, with your mind. We are working with your heart, or even your heart-mind, if you will. So trust. Continue to trust and know that everything indeed is happening exactly as it needs to, exactly in the time frame that it needs to. May not be your time frame, but it is the time frame of those that are mentoring to you here, that are working with you to bring this entire process, entire ascension process about. And you are indeed right here now within the ascension, going through the transition, though, as you move closer and closer to more of a full transition or full ascension for yourself here. We are ready for your questions if you have them.
I have a question.
Yes. You always have the question, Thomas. Always number one.
Yep.
Very good.
I try to be.
Yes.
My mother has dementia, and I'm just wondering if you might be able to tell all of us what the cure for that is.
You are asking for a cure for your mother for dementia. Is that correct?
Correct.
Please understand that we cannot give you a cure because this one may not truly want a cure at this point. She may be at the point now where she is ready to move on. We're not saying directly that that is going to occur, but it is up to her and her own higher guidance, her own higher God self to continue to bring about whatever needs to be for her to fully complete her sojourn here on this planet at this time. But understand that no matter what happens, it is still a continuing sojourn, a continuing journey that never stops. So take comfort in that it is always a continuing journey for everyone, no exception. Okay? Shoshana, maybe you have perspective here?
We do not. We agree.
Yes. We are sorry, but we cannot give more. But we can tell you, this is for all, though, not only for this one that has asked the question, but for all. Those experiences of higher technological medical health, and we speak of health here, not sickness, health is not that far off. It is around the corner, you might say. So be ready for that.
Are you talking about med beds?
Very possibly, yes, without saying that directly.
We would like to share.
Yes.
We would like to share an uncommon perspective with you, dear brother. May we share?
Of course.
Dear brother, those humans that experience the idea that you have given of dementia, and it is sometimes called Alzheimer's, they are experiencing something that you cannot share with them. They have gone past third dimensional reality. They are enjoying other dimensions in their mind. They are traversing other realities that they cannot share with you, nor can they explain this to you. From the perspective of the third dimensional conscious reality, it looks like there's something wrong with them. But in reality, they have gone past what you consider reality here. Namaste.
Yes, and we would add here that is wonderful what Shoshana has given, and now we can say here that even those ones of children that are considered on a spectrum, perhaps an autistic spectrum, are the same thing here. They are not within the third dimensional expression. They are beyond this. They are in their own world. And their own world is of a higher expression, of higher dimensional expression. What you, all of you, are moving toward as you move beyond the third dimensional expression and begin to understand more fully the universe. That is all we can say on that though now. Would there be other questions here?
Yes, this is Lorelei. Hello, dear ones. I'd love to have your guidance. I'm working on my, it's time to start planting flowers, and I'm going to be doing a garden this year, which, I feel very moved to do, actually, things to eat. But I have some organic fertilizers, which it just came to my attention, shockingly, that these organic fertilizers are made from animal parts, and some of them blood and all this other stuff. So I'm not feeling good about that at all. Of course, I'm not going to buy it anymore, and I've bought myself a new kind of fertilizer, which is from earthworms, which is doesn't harm them or anything, and it's supposed to be very, very potent. But I want to know, in terms of keeping my vibration high in the grounds around me, what to do with the rest of this. I mean, here's the thing. I don't feel right to just throw it away because the animals did give of their essence. On the other hand, I'm not sure I feel right about putting it in my garden with my flowers or definitely my food. So what can be done of a higher vibration, and how should it be done in terms of maybe sprinkling it in, I don't know, the park or on the lawn, or what do you think, and maybe with a reverence or a prayer or something?
Dear sister, we think you have really already answered your question because you already know the answer, because you are already discerning the answer here. You are not going by what others say or what the package might say or anything of this nature and thinking that it is good for the environment or for your flower garden or whatever it might be. You already know this. You have already moved beyond this, what you have already bought, and are utilizing something that you feel vibrationally is much higher for you and for indeed your flower garden or vegetable garden or whatever it might be. You see, you already know this. So as to what to do with what you already have, you also already know this. You have already said it. So there is no need for us to give any further guidance beyond what you already know within. So, Shauna, do you have other perspectives?
We have perspective, and
Yes,
we hesitate in many ways to share this. We will say this. All is one, dear one. All is one thing. The material, the physical material that is born of an earthworm is the physical material born of a cow. It is all the same. It is in the way in which the being is treated, the being is transformed, that creates the vibration, and that you know. The idea of an earthworm creating a fertilizer is why they are born to the earth. The earthworm is born to create more dirt, more enrichment of the soil. The cow is not made for that purpose.
right.
So you see, you are exactly on the right track. Now, if you have in your possession the vibration of a being that was taken not for the purpose that this being was born, this animal was born, it is a good idea to give it back to the earth. Give it back. And it will once again thrive within the earth's realm. The earth will take it in. And it does not matter where you put it. It is the idea, the prayer, the reverence, the very idea of vigilance that you are offering this being that creates the vibration for the earth to accept it. So you can do what you wish with it, and it will once again thrive in another form. Namaste.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
You have a saying, from dust to dust. So everything comes from the earth here and returns to the earth. So yes, we completely agree with how Shoshana has given here. Would there be other questions here? Anything further?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I have been pondering and asking myself intermittently for a long time where in the heck my passion went to. And what I'm currently seeing, and this might be better get a different response perspective from Shoshana. But right now I feel like I'm really straddling a fence of what to do with myself after, and my personality tends to be chaotic. And So learning to be more quiet and gentle, and the ego mind wants to just take me, like put a hook in my being and drag me all over the place. So I have some ideas because I create my own passion, and yet to create a passion within me rather than in the outer world, that's where I feel split. I'm asking for some guidance here, please.
And Shoshana says she has asked for your specific guidance here. Would you wish to go first?
We will share here. And we wish, dear sister, for permission to share. May we have this?
Yes.
Dear sister, what you present here is somewhat difficult to speak about, but we will give it our best shot. Dear sister, you must be who you are. You must accept all facets of your individuality, all nooks and all crannies, all that you value and all that you do not value about yourself, as this is your individuality and your gift to the world. You have steeped yourself far, far too much in judgment of yourself. You can no longer thrive within this judgment. You are who you are. And if your personality takes you here and takes you there and brings you over here and then over there, that is what you are meant to do until you are no longer meant to do it, you see. What occurs in all beings is what is called resistance. Resistance is futile. You must be who you are without regard to whomever is judging you, including yourself. We say be free, dear sister, to do all that you wish to do without judging it, without judgment of it. Be who you are. And if you do not find passion in your life, allow for that. Allow for it. And if you find passion in your life, allow for that. There is no wrong. There is no right. There is just you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Very good. Would there be any other further questions here before we release child?
Greetings, this is Moses.
Yeah.
I have a question about reincarnation. We have been on this group for a while now, and I was wondering if you could offer us a report card on how we are doing as far as meeting the guidelines for not having to reincarnate involuntarily after having followed, the guidance in this group. Thank you.
Very good. And we would say here, dear Moses, and to all of the others here that are on this call and that resonate to these words, you are in the, what you might call the graduation process from this reincarnation cycle here on this earth. That is what we can say here. It is not complete yet, but it is coming to that point, and that's what you came here to do, to finish this once and for all. So get ready. You are in that graduation process, and you will, at one point here, in the not too distant future here, walk across that stage, okay, and receive your diploma, if you will.
Thank you. Can't wait. Do you have any
perspective here, Shoshana?
This one has another question.
Oh, yes, please.
Thank you. Do you have any recommendations for the group as we continue to get closer and closer to graduation day?
We would say here, just as Shoshana has just given to that sister, was really meant for all, though. Just be yourself. Be who you are in this process now, exactly as you need to be. And your higher guidance is working very diligently with you, as well as all of the guides that work with you, to bring this changeover within you, and also the changeover throughout the entire planet, bringing it all together. So you are all, as we have said many, many times, exactly where you need to be right now. Just continue to be yourself, and everything will work its way through. Just be that higher expression of yourself whenever you are able to do that. Okay, Shoshana?
We will ask this one a question. May we ask a question, dear one?
Okay, sister, okay.
What do you wish for yourself?
I had a moment of doubt, and that made me wonder whether I would be able to not have to reincarnate. So I was just looking for some reassurance or guidance.
And where is this doubt born from?
A conversation with a close friend. That perhaps I wasn't doing enough, or I was not efforting enough. So
Yes, this doubt occurs from judgment. If you judge that which you are, and if you judge that which you do, and if you judge, in general, your life path, you will find many difficulties and flaws within that. So we must tell you, do not have conversations with people that doubt you, as they sow a seed of doubt. Namaste.
And you have heard many times, perhaps, from the Yeshua, where he said, "Judge not, lest ye be judged." It was not, "Judge not, lest ye be judged." It was, "Judge not, lest you judge yourself." And that is what Shoshana is speaking of do not be in judgment of yourself or anyone else either.
okay.
And we will say one more thing, dear brother. We give all of you A+.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Very good. Are there any other further questions here? Then we are ready to release channels. Shoshana, do you have parting message?
We do not.
Very good. Then we wish, as you had in your earlier discussion, that everything is not as it appears to be. Please understand that that is completely true here. That everything that is happening around you is not a part of the higher expression of the fifth dimension. It is all about the third dimensional illusion. And you are all moving beyond that third dimensional illusion more and more each and every day. As a matter of fact, even more than that with every single thought that you have. For your thoughts are becoming much higher expression, more and more here as we find it. So just know this. You are certainly on the right track. And yes, you are nearing the graduation process here. Graduation, of course, being your ascension. Shanti, peace be with you. Be the one.